Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be making Nigerian style egusi with ingredients that you can find in your typical Ghanaian market. So in my pot right now, I didn't show a video of that, but in my pot right now I've seasoned my meat and my willy, which is also known as pomo in Nigeria. I've seasoned it very well. I seasoned it a couple of days before making this, so it has been in the freezer for a while, and now I'm just going to boil all that till my meat is as soft as I want it to. Then now I'm going to be blending pepper and onion, which I'm going to use as the sauce or base for my egusi. So you want to make sure you blend it smoothly. I guess you can blend it how you want. If you want it a bit rough, like not too smooth, you can do it like that as well. So now this is my meat and my willy or pomo, which has been boiled properly, and I've strained it, so that's the stock underneath. I'm going to add that to the egusi to get all the flavor into our egusi as well. So now this is my egusi or agushi. I'm going to make it into a paste. So here I am pouring a bit of water into it. So I'm going to be pouring the water little by little until I get the paste the way I want it to. So just see me adding a few of the water, just bit by bit. You don't want to pour a lot and then it's going to become watery. So you just have to take your time and make your paste. So here I am. This is how it's looking. Yeah, so this is my paste, which I'm going to be putting in my sauce pretty soon. So now in my pot I have palm oil. I'm going to be adding some onions into it. Yeah, you can see my oil is not too hot, so yeah, maybe you might want to wait a while before adding your onions, but you get it, put it on the oil. It's a bit hot, but you can see like it's bubbling, like you can see the foam coming on it. So it's hot, but not as hot as I wanted it to be at that time. Now I'm going to be adding my locust seed, which is also known as iru in Nigeria or dawa dawa in Ghana. I'm going to be adding that to it and frying it with the onion. So now that it's hot, we are going to be adding our blended pepper into it. Guys, please don't mind my hand. It's so hard. I was like holding my phone, so forgive me. Yes, so now that it's inside, we're going to stir it very well. And this is shrimp powder. I'm going to be adding just a pinch of that, not too much. Yeah, you can add shrimp powder. You can add crayfish powder, but I got shrimp powder. I don't know if they have crayfish powder in Ghana, but what I got next to that is shrimp powder, so that's what I put in it. So we're going to let this dry for a while. Now I'm adding a cube of Maggi, a big cube of Maggi into that, and then I'm going to be adding some salt as well. Please make sure you taste so that you don't over put it. So just a little bit of salt in there. Remember, we are not putting a whole lot of spice in that. What I'm putting in here is just Maggi and salt, because we have that thick stock from the meat over there, which I'm going to be using. Now I'm adding my smoked tuna into it and going to, let it cook inside the stew a bit so that the flavor can go into it properly. Now I'm going to be adding my meat and my wele or pomo into it so that also cooks with it. I find it so difficult, guys. Cooking with one hand is no joke. Yeah, so we have that in there. So I'm going to stir this off camera because I needed 2 hands. But what you're going to do is just stir it and cover it up and let it cook for a while. So now our meat and fish has been cooking for a while in our stew. So now we are going to be adding our egusi or agushi to it. So you're not just going to like pour points into, like, scoop it inside bit by bit. So when you are done putting it inside, you want to give it a stir, but not like a full stir. You just want, the egusi or agushi to sink into it so that it could cook. So like you're just pushing it down a bit so that it can cook. Then you're going to cover this up and allow it to cook for a while. So yes, egusi, after a few minutes, I'm going to give it a stir so that the under doesn't burn and all that. Please don't let your heat be too high, right? The fire shouldn't be too high so that you don't burn your food. So now I'm going to be adding all the sauce into it, for our flavor, to give our stew or soup a nice flavor. Yep. And one thing about me, I don't like my egusi too watery, so like I don't put too much. So this is it after I'd covered it and it had cooked for a few more minutes. And guys, see how it's looking. Doesn't this look delicious? Okay, so now we are going to be adding our leaves. I am using kotomire today, but other options are spinach, bitter leaf, like any healthy leaf you want in there. So yeah, in our market I got kotomire, so kotomire is what I'm using. So now we're going to cover this up and let them cook together for a while. Okay guys, see, like, how nice does this look? Oh my god. Yeah, so you give it a stir, make sure everything is cooking properly, and egusi is literally ready. So now you dish it up, serve it with some eba, and